Hello, hello. Do I sound alright? Do I sound okay? Hope everybody's doing alright. Hope everybody's doing good. Feeling good, looking good. Niece is here. Bridget, what's going on? Last day of the combine. I think the quarterback's actually about to start throwing now that their wide receivers are running. Quarterbacks have ran. So we should be getting some interesting news today. Docket. Y'all want to know what's on the docket? So, as it says, we're going to do a reaction. You know, we always like to do a little reaction stream. Shedeur giving back to the community again. So we're going to watch a little video of him going back like he typically does to some high schoolers and doing what he does, showing off that wrist, making the community feel him, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, there's some rumors about A.J. Brown getting traded, so we got to talk about that. Then I'm going to give you three people from the combine I think just made themselves a whole lot of money, too. So we'll do that as well. And then we've got, I wanted to make a big, it's not going to be great. Thank you, Bridget. What's it called? Then we have Kevin Stefanski. Again, it's not his fault. It's not his fault, but I'll tell you what, he's not having a good day. He is not having a great day. Can't see you. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm still doing the, you know what I'm saying? Yo, what's going on? So, we're going to start this with a quick reaction to our guy 12 going up to Roosevelt Middle School. This video is going to go on the second channel, right? So we're going to react over here. And then after that, we're going to have obviously the regular videos like we typically do, but I thought this was a good little warm up. You know what I'm saying? Just get the party started a little bit. Let's check out our guy 12 giving his time back to the community like he typically does. So let's hear it. This video, by the way, this is from, I want to make sure,
I need you guys to say
Studsville.
Thank you.
So it is Studsville. Make sure you go watch the full video. We're gonna check it out for a second. Intel plays. What's going on? Bridget, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great. Starting off with a reaction. Then we're gonna go more combine. And then we're gonna go talk a little bit about the Browns potentially getting A.J. Brown. Then Kevin Stefanski's in trouble again, man. Let's get our guy Shedeur giving back to schools like he normally does. This is our guy. Who is this? Stud Views. Make sure you go support him. Alright, I need some non-copyright music, man. I need some non-copyright music. Let's back it up. Let's check it out.
He's talking about you too. Reggie Langhorne was our driver.
Okay.
He was a former Browns player.
Yeah, Reggie cool.
He's been talking good things about you.
Wait. Are you telling me that old Browns players have positive things to say about Shedeur too? Hey man, I don't know, man. Browns media is not looking good for y'all. At every turn, somebody is saying something positive around the Browns that really matters. Ex-players, greats of the game, continue to say, "Hey man, Shedeur is doing big things. Very positive guy. Love to see that." Oh, Stud Still Views. Go make sure y'all go watch him the full video.
Hey, if they come, that'll be cool. Well, tell them. You gotta tell them right there.
These guys?
No, tell them right there. Marvin Harrison,
Olave, bring them.
Oh.
Now they'll know for sure.
Okay.
Take care.
Get a little Marvin Harrison, Chris Olave.
I'm not really keeping moves right now. I'm trying to watch my figure. Oh no.
Trying to watch his figure. Come on, man. Let's get him. Let's get him pulling up to the school, man. Let's get him pulling up to the school. Look at the people just rocking with 12, man. Look at the people pulling up on 12. They just want to touch him. They just want, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, a door! Yo, YouTube. We're here at my old middle school, Roosevelt, in Palm Beach.
Pull up with yours.
I am super excited. Yes. Can we get a picture or something? Your auntie, one of your aunties.
Hey, see you, auntie. Come on, man. I know what's going on.
Yes,
On that game was good.
Hey, recess, y'all pull up, man. Come to my corner.
Recess.
Wait, is that recess?
Nah, man. You out here, you the skipping class, or you got detention?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, detention. Hey, this used to be here. My stomach grounds really made me. Like, man,
Yeah.
my pops over there.
Yeah.
For real, it's like,
Cute ass stuff.
that is. I pay my dues. I know Mr.
Miss
Arnett.
Wright is still here.
Oh,
Miss
Miss
Green Johnson is still. Well, you know,
Ray
you got to
Johnson.
call Miss Green Johnson and say, hey, Miss Green Johnson.
Nah, I can't do that.
You got to. How you doing, Miss Green Johnson?
Nah, you can do that.
He caught one from Mr. Green.
Are you
You
serious?
can do that.
I can. I got a turn sheet. Okay.
Because you know what it is? You're going to let her know, like, even though what was going on in the class and you made it.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you need. That's that motivation.
Hey, he made it, man. He made it, man. What's good, fam? Congratulations on your little one. I appreciate you on deck, Gavin. We're just doing a quick reaction right now. Shedeur was giving back to a school. We just want to check him out, see what he's getting into. After that, we're going to go over some combine stuff and some other things. We'll see it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, y'all know how Shedeur pulls up, man.
Only like an hour, 30 minutes.
Better believe it, man. Marco's Pizza, Desmond Wilson, man. Hyperluxury and Lions. Lake Park.
Is he
And we
promoing
got Westlake, man. If y'all
a
need
Marco's
pizzas,
Pizza?
come order.
Okay. Hey, get it how you live, man. I'm not mad
Yeah,
at you.
there's a lot of pieces right here. Plenty of them.
That's serious.
So what is today? Like,
That's like for the whole
what is
school.
today?
I feel like the whole school got a piece of with that. I like that. I like that.
Perfect then.
Everybody get some za, man.
Okay.
Pizza, that is. When I say za,
I
I
know
mean
one thing. I
pizza.
need one box.
Tell him.
Aha.
Whenever I saw you, it was always bad news, no good news.
He's a good dude, man.
Ah.
He's a good dude, you know.
There you go.
They grow
There you
up,
go.
And we appreciate that.
Hey, I'm not mad. Hey, I'm not mad at the free. Nothing free in the world now. Nothing free in the
What
world.
about when he was younger, though?
What was I
When he
doing?
was younger, you know how it is.
I want to know the real about him. I don't need a political answer, man.
Shedeur the cameraman now?
Everybody got a hard head, so it's all good.
Oh, so I appreciate you. You really changed your life for the better, bro. Like,
you
that's
gotta
all.
make the mistakes early.
Change his life for
You
the
gotta
better.
get right, yeah.
Change his life around, man. Look at this. Let's see the people. You feel me? How many wrists gonna go up in the air? Over under. How many wrists are going in the air? Let's see how many wrists. How many wrists are going in the air? Why ain't no wrists in the air? I feel like I don't see none right now. Everybody, cause everybody got their phone. Everybody got their phone. Man, you young kids. Here's the problem. I'm not that old, but I do think it's quite interesting. Like I grew up in an era where everybody had phones. Everybody had iPhones or whatever, but you weren't allowed to have phones out during assemblies. Like that was like the one and the only time you couldn't have your phone out. Like, cause you know, I mean, we had it all the time. So it's crazy seeing the teacher got her. Everybody got it. Oh, I said a wrist. Y'all see the wrist in here? That boy put that wrist to Jesus. That was way up there. I like that. I like that. You do. He said the number one best quarterback in here. Look. Come on, man. Come on, man. The wrists are up. Pagers. Oh, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad. I feel like I belong in the pager era, Bridget. You gonna drop some nuggets? Hey, Shedeur, don't be dropping no nuggets on nobody, dog. Keep it verbal. You feel me? I don't want to see none of your nuggets. Hey, 12. Yeah. Come on, man.
I need one thing. I need one thing from everybody real quick. I need you guys to say thank you, stud on 3. Thank you, stud on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
Alright.
Real love, real
But
love.
we couldn't come here today empty-handed. We made sure we got all you guys pizzas. Guys and girls, we make sure we got y'all some pizzas and everything.
That's a beautiful
We're
thing.
excited about that.
Okay.
We got some pizzas coming in over there.
Okay. With the classic Supreme beanie on too.
Okay. Alright, but look, seriously, on a serious note, can y'all hear me? On a serious note though, I think it's important for all you guys and girls to be able to listen to y'all parents, listen to y'all teachers, and understand what's important. First and importantly, y'all gotta make sure y'all get good grades. That's first.
Yeah.
You can't get any claps for good grades, no claps for good grades.
Good grades, man.
We gotta have good grades. We gotta stay focused.
Look at these kids is on. They don't care, man. I feel bad for my guy 12 because he's trying to preach a good message, but these hellions, they just focused on the pizza. They focused on TikTok. They focused on getting a good video for TikTok. That's crazy, man.
This world, of course, is hard, and I just want y'all to be successful. I want y'all to have every opportunity y'all can have and take full advantage of it. Other than that, thank y'all for having me.
Hey, in and out, man. In and out. What's wrong with that message right there, man? What 12 gets into the people, he talks to the people who say, man, listen to your parents. Listen to your teachers. Get good grades. Don't climb trees. Don't climb trees, children. Hey, let's see what else 12 got into, man.
Tell all the teachers, let's get a picture.
Okay, gotta give all the aunties and see you uncles too. A little Black history, that's a beautiful thing, man. 100 years of Black history. Look how happy they are, man. Look at this. Look at the aunties. All right. Copyright music is back, but this was super fun to watch Shedeur give back. If y'all don't know, again, this is something that Shedeur does every single weekend, or not every weekend, but he does this pretty often. I remember last year, because I don't have the videos here, but during the combine and during the draft, he went to the local schools and kind of gave back to them. And combine, not draft, because draft he did it at his home. But during the combine, when he was moving around, and Super Bowl, that too, during Radio Row and Super Bowl, he would give back to local high schools, middle schools. Back in Colorado, he was known to give back as well. As soon as he touched down in Cleveland, what he did was give back to those local schools and some Cleveland communities as well. Not to mention what he did, that giving back and giving free food to that Cleveland community that was affected by a giant fire in the apartments. A lot of people displaced, a lot of people losing their homes. And Shedeur went out there to kind of give some positivity. Right, there's a lot of negative that people have about Shedeur, a lot of negative people have about the Sanders family, and I feel like somebody like him, he's got the money, he got what he needs, he don't really need to do much. It would be easy for him to just train, sit back, XYZ, get out the limelight, but no, that's not what he does. What he does is when he does go out, right, he wants to be in that positive way. He's been like that since high school, since the college days, since the NIL days, and now with his NFL money, he continues to give back to communities and make it a priority to speak and uplift and enrich young people. So I don't know how you can't be on the side of somebody who believes in those things, as somebody with not just a little person myself, but I have younger people in my life. I have what are they called, nieces, nephews, all those little people, brothers, sisters, and it means a lot as I start to age to see positive people who are younger than me. Shedeur is a few years younger than me. I'm not that much older than him, but to see popular people like this whose representation is not a bunch of negativity, as much as people in the media wants to put it out there. When you see Shedeur out and about, it's not chains and dunking on girls and whatever. And even if it was chains, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Some change, you feel me? But it's not like, it's not just girls and boozing and this and that. It's, giving back. It's, enriching yourself. It's training, right? That's what you're going to see. You're going to see him at another school this offseason. Plenty more. You're going to see him training this offseason. So I think this is a great start to a potentially fun offseason. All right. Y'all down to get into the nitty and the gritty, though? All right. I do got to do this. Can I switch this real quick? Can I switch? I gotta take my green screen. Oh God. Everything. Oh my goodness. Everything's falling. All right. We'll just put that right there. All right. Yeah. One Ohio dog. Finally get to catch a live. Go Browns. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody for catching a live. It is a nice, beautiful Saturday. If you're spending some time with me doing what we do, I really appreciate you being here, doing it big, vibing with us, having a good time. I got a question for y'all. What do y'all want next? Y'all want to go combine winners? We can go combine winners, or we can go Mr. Stefanski, man. Coach Stefanski. I feel bad for our guy, man. I feel bad for our guy, Coach Stefanski. And if you haven't voted or have voted, I did last stream. We asked everybody's NFL teams. I'm gonna keep asking y'all. I need y'all's NFL teams right now. I'm trying to keep everything college football on the second channel, but if you got a college, a college football team, let me know. But what I want to know is, do you want to go combine winners? I'll let you know the names for my combine winners right now. Is there anybody with the last name Styles? Them boys are cyborgs. Them boys go crazy. Mike Washington, big dog, can move, can groove. You feel me? Very, very, very fast. Taylen Green, it's a big summer gun. It's a big summer gun right there. So that's what we're going to do. It's looking like Stefanski is leading the charge. And this Stefanski stuff, I got to warn y'all, like, this is serious things right now. This is like, this ain't cute. This is not cute. This ain't funny. This ain't whatever. What we about to do with Stefanski is going to be some... It's going to be some nasty business. And it's even crazier. Combine and me. Okay, fire. Okay, keep locked in on the combine. What I want you to do, one Ohio dog, is when I start my winners and losers, I want you to tell me, hey, you're missing him. You're missing D'Angelo Pond. You're missing Kenyon Sadiq. You're going to tell me what's wrong with my list when we're done, all right? So, get your votes in. It's looking like Stefanski. How many people have voted so far? Hey. Some people calling it car. It's 11 votes. Yeah, 11 votes. That is the right amount, or at least a decent amount of votes to do what we need to do. One more thing. I'm gonna get this knocked out. Bow. Let's go. Yep. That's fine. Bow. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. It's looking like Stefanski. So, like I said, this is in no way fun or funny, but it is, to put it plainly, it is what it is. So let me make sure this is good on my computer. I think we're good. We're going live. Boom, we are live. That's perfect. That's good stuff. All right, let's get into it. Kevin Stefanski's begin as the head coach of the Cleveland. The Cleveland who? The Cleveland who? Who does Coach Stefanski coach for? Them Falcons, man. See, Kevin Stefanski is finding out that there are teams that are more cursed than the Cleveland Browns. And I come to you reporting some news that is not funny, it's not fun, it's not cool, but it goes to show you that the start for Kevin Stefanski and his Atlanta head coaching tenure is probably not going the way he wants it to go, right? You started off with James Pierce Jr., right? Obviously, his whereabouts, well, not whereabouts, but his ability to play next year seemingly is going to be in question with the whole Rakia Jackson situation and him getting arrested. Then, you lose a defensive pass specialist, which, in fact, the defensive pass game was the brightest part of the Falcons defense. And now this is just really disgusting stuff, as a report from Darko State News states that current Falcons assistant defensive line coach, current at the time, LaTroy Lewis, is being accused of inappropriately doing things with ladies. That's what I'm going to say, because you know how YouTube is in Michigan. Lewis was hired in Atlanta about 2 weeks ago. The Falcons have released this statement. We are aware of the allegations regarding LaTroy Lewis. We are in process of gathering information and we'll have no further comment at this time. Before I even take another step, first things first, these are allegations. We live in a country, the United States, where, people should be presumed innocent until found guilty, of course. But this is disgusting stuff, right? And as it is, quite disgusting, the Falcons have dismissed LaTroy Lewis from his role as assistant defensive line coach. I want to stress when I say this that, really big. Time out on my video. Trizzy, what's up, brother? What's up? I hope you're doing great. Trizzy, I've been doing all right. I hope you've been doing even better. I feel like I haven't been live as much, so I haven't really been able to talk to you. Thank you so much. We are talking about some serious stuff. It's a little heavy. I'm gonna finish this video up. We can yap a little bit. We're gonna get into some combine stuff as well. But I really, really happy to see you, Big Triz. Really happy to see you. But back to what we're talking about. I can't stress this enough. This is not Kevin Stefanski's fault. I'm not, I'm not going to title it like it is his fault. I don't think anybody who is intelligent, like most of my audiences, I don't think y'all are going to think I mean that. But some people get things misconstrued. I am by no means attaching this to Kevin Stefanski. But as the head coach, as the CEO of the Atlanta Falcons, as it stands right now, it's not a great look for him. It's not a great look to lose such a high esteemed defensive pass game coordinator. And we're going to get to, the Kevin Stefanski has talked about it. Robert Saleh has praised the Browns' new defensive coordinator. Everybody seemingly loves the new defensive coordinator. So it's everything that compiles together, right? You lose potentially your best defensive player. You lose what looks to be the brightest spot in your defensive coaching staff, and now just heinous stuff is being accused of your former defensive line coach, and it goes really deep because apparently he's connected to, as I said, Michigan. He's connected to Sharon Moore in some way. So I think the biggest question here, we do need to talk about Harbaugh. We're gonna have to talk about Harbaugh. If we can make jokes about Kirby Smart and his goons that apparently just speed race all the time and Hellcats, right? We're also gonna have to have the real conversation about why are two Michigan coaches being alleged of these heinous things in the same offseason. Very crazy stuff. But just to recap, remember, James Pierce Jr., you lose defensive coordinator, or now defensive coordinator for the Browns. Like, it's not a great start right now. You have people questioning your quarterback position, right? It's a lot of questions that are probably not easy to answer as a head coach that just got here. He hasn't even coached anything yet, and he's lost a part of his staff that he just got. His staff was only there for 2 weeks, and he's already losing them. And this is the high praise that is being spoken about of the defensive player. Now, they're talking about specifically Mike Rutenberg. So this is the Browns' new defensive coordinator, former Falcons a pass game coordinator. This is what Kevin Stefanski as well as Robert Saleh had to say about him, right? And then we're going to go back into more details about the LaTroy Lewis situation as it gets very dark because there are messages, there are a lot of deeper allegations, but the losses are from a multi-aspect. When you lose somebody who apparently gets this much praise, it's not phenomenal, right? Let's hear it. He's Robert Saleh.
Gus wasn't our coordinator. He was going to be our coordinator here. Outstanding human, outstanding individual. He's going to bring so much juice and energy. He is as authentic gets. He's elite with regards to the pass game and from a defensive standpoint. He's walking into a situation where he's already got an elite staff in place. Guys like Tarver and their DB room and their D-line, they're outstanding. And I think he's going to be a fantastic addition. Really proud of him. Really excited for himself.
So that's Robert Saleh, well-known defensive mind. If you don't appreciate Robert Saleh's efforts as a head coach, it's undeniable what he's done as a defensive coordinator and defensive mind. So he holds Mike Rutenberg in high esteem. And this is Kevin Stefanski addressing, obviously, losing such an important person like Mike Rutenberg right when he came to Atlanta. Right?
Human being, I'm excited for him. Obviously, he's more than deserving for this opportunity, but very, very intelligent, great energy. He'll do a great job motivating the players. Excellent when it comes to scheme. So very, very happy for him.
You love to hear that, and I do have to say, Kevin Stefanski has, he does get a pretty negative rap around here. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's earned that. I gotta be honest with you. I think he's earned the negative rap. But at the same time, I do appreciate the professionalism. I saw a clip where he was on Pardon My Take, and he said, how much he enjoyed coaching Shedeur, and, he had nothing but positive to say. And, on one hand, that's what you're supposed to say. But at the same time, others say. And I do want to clarify, Mike Rutenberg, that was not, his son did not prank call Shedeur. The person who prank called Shedeur, I want to make, because I think I said it in the last video and I got some people confused. Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator for the Falcons, that's whose son prank called Shedeur. He also prank called a few other people on draft night, but it is what it is. Mike Rutenberg, that was not him. That he has nothing to do with that. All he has to do with is the fact that the defensive pass game for the Falcons was probably their strongest suit, and they lost that from the Falcons. So we'll see how good Jeff Ulbrich really is without probably one of the best parts of his defensive staff. So Jeff Ulbrich is the guy whose son did that. So not Mike Rutenberg. I want to make sure we kind of get all that handled. So on top of that, I think it's interesting when you have an offensive player speaking so highly of defensive minds. This was Michael Penix speaking about new defensive coordinator for the Browns, Mike Rutenberg. Let's go.
Mike, can you tell us a little bit more about Coach Rudy? Because we hear a lot about Ulbrich, but he's kind of more, we don't get him in the media so much. What's he like?
He's a dog.
He's a dog.
I say that because I just saw him. He came up to me after the game just now. He was like, "Man, you're a dog, bro. I appreciate you." I said, "Nah, you a dog." He said, "I effing know." So I'm like, "Yeah, that's him. Like that's the guy. That's what he is, man. He's a guy that cares, and you can see the passion that he has for this game and the love that he has for this team. Each and every day, whenever he step on that field, you can tell that this is what he loves to do, and he displays it each and every day."
Hey, man, so you have offensive players speaking positive of Mike Rutenberg. You have other former big-time defensive-minded players, and Robert Saleh saying positive things about Mike Rutenberg. So losing someone like that for Kevin Stefanski was already a big deal. Now, on top of that, you have terrible, awful allegations for your new defensive line coach. So this is absolutely a tough situation to be in, Kevin Stefanski. So let's go deeper into those things. So LaTroy Lewis has, of course, been relieved of his duties as it stands. But like I said, you have to be proven or innocent until proven guilty. So we're going to treat him as that, but still treat these as pretty terrible and heinous things. So this is from Mark Raimondi, right? This is February 27th. Obviously, it just happened. The Atlanta Falcons dismissed LaTroy Lewis from his role as assistant defensive line coach Friday after allegations surfaced against him. The team announced the Ann Arbor Police Department confirmed Friday to ESPN that it is currently investigating all allegations of assault against Lewis. Spokesperson Chris Page said the Ann Arbor PD was just recently made aware of the woman's allegations, which stemmed from a December 5th, 2024 incident while Lewis was on the Michigan football staff. We gotta watch out for those hardballs, man. Yeah, Trizzy, I have no idea, brother. I don't know. Lewis's attorney, Fabiola A. Galguria, said Lewis intends to fiercely fight these false allegations with the support of his wife, family, and team. In a statement, Paul Corliss, a spokesperson for Michigan, called the allegations deeply concerning. So the people at Michigan ain't throwing you no bones, Big Lewis. That's not good. That's not great. Karen Truskowski, that's a name, the woman's attorney told ESPN that her client filed an incident report with the Ann Arbor PD and applied for a protective order against Lewis earlier this week. Truskowski said her client and Lewis met on a dating app and started communicating in July of 24, while Lewis was an assistant defensive line coach at Michigan. Them dirty birds at Michigan. Lewis's behavior became increasingly aggressive over text and phone calls. The two met in person for the first time at Weber's Hotel in Ann Arbor in December 24, where Trubisky said Lewis was supposed to give back goods her client had given him. According to the attorney, Lewis did nasty things to her and apparently battered her. That's not phenomenal. The woman informed then Michigan head coach Sharon Moore. Sharon, they said, oh no. See, and shout out to Bridget, because Bridget pointed out something really important. And what she said was that the Sharon Moore case, like, it's not gonna go how people thought it was. If you're familiar with it, you know the whole situation of him having relations with somebody on his staff, XYZ. But it was supposed to go deeper into some legal stuff. But he's claiming that they didn't. I'm not sure if it was Mirandize him or they didn't, like. Basically, when they went to go get him, it wasn't, fully judicial and legal XYZ, right? However, this could be a whole nother can that they could reopen on him if it comes to light that not only was he doing that to his, the people he was working with, he was suppressing real deal problems and real deal, like that's crazy. So, but let's keep watching. Let's keep watching. Whom she knew personally about the incident, according to her attorney, but Moore did not report Lewis and weaponized the incident against the woman. Truskowski said, including sending her lewd and extrally charged X messages. Wait. But Moore did not report Lewis and weaponized the... What? I haven't fully read this. All I read was that there were some messages about Lewis specifically, but now we're talking about Sharon Moore not just suppressing this, not just doing nasty things with the people he's working with while having a wife and kids at home. On top of that, you were using the people who were reporting your staff. Wow, I didn't think I was coming away from this thinking Sharon Moore was the nastiest dude out of this, but Sharon Moore is suppressing this and then tries to send he sent them dick pics. He sent the lady dick pics after he tried to confide in her and say, "Hey yo, a person on your staff is being inappropriate with me." Wow. So Moore's attorney, Ellen Michaels, denied the allegations in a statement to ESPN. Sharon Moore did not fail to report misconduct, did not reward wrongdoing, and did not harass anyone. These claims are false. Okay, so again, innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty. In January 25, officers from the Mile 4 Police Department north of Ann Arbor responded to a call for the woman's house after neighbors heard raised voices. According to the incident report obtained by ESPN, both Lewis and the woman told officers at the time they had gotten into a verbal argument that was not physical. According to the report, the woman told police that Lewis was a coach at Michigan and stated that she didn't want to talk about it. Interesting. According to the incident report, no charges were filed. Trubisky said that Lewis physically harmed her client during that incident, but that she was too afraid to tell the police at the time. The allegations against Lewis were first reported Thursday night by Darko State Media. The Falcons hired Lewis on February 10th after coaching stints at Michigan, Toledo, and UConn. He played defensive line at Tennessee and spent 3 seasons in the NFL. Michigan fired Moore on December 10th, 2025 for an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. He was then arrested on charges related to stalking and illegally entering the staff member's house. He is now awaiting trial. Wow. I mean, wow. The allegations against Lewis emerged less than 3 weeks after Falcons player James Pierce Jr. was arrested in Florida. The linebacker is facing 5 felony charges stemming from an alleged incident on February 7th where he crashed his vehicle. Again, we've talked about that, ad nauseum about the James Pierce situation. And I don't want to go too deep on this, but There are some text messages that apparently have been leaked, and the text messages are not great. As you said, these are some of the things that apparently he was sent. So I'm going to F you up. I'd effing kill you. Don't play with me. These are the messages LaTroy Lewis sent to the woman he allegedly R-word. He says, get up. I need to get sucked now.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What? Why is it? What's up with these nasty dudes being nasty at all times? Like y'all can't even be decent. Y'all can't even be gentlemen when it comes to being nasty people. I don't understand, man. This is what Sharon Moore sent to the same woman who had earlier reported Lewis assaults against UM head coach. This is just real nasty, man. This is awful. You need to feel my wrath. I will scare you to tears. You need to know I'm not effing around with like scared cry. I've already told you, dog. What is this? Whoa, I'm going to F beat choke. Whoa, spit in. Tie up. Okay. I don't want to read all of this. This is like real. This is real nasty stuff, dog. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is weird behavior. Weird behavior. Honestly, I've just been waiting to address it in person, beat the F out of you. Nah, dog. I think he's cooked. They also have pictures of her. Like she took pictures of her, alleged bruising. I don't like looking at that type of stuff, especially not on the YouTube channel, right? But I think it's easy to say that, look, we're not blaming Kevin Stefanski. We know it's not his fault. We know that's not how it is. We know that these are terrible things. And in fact, Kevin Stefanski dealt with some similar things last year. If you remember, Devin Bush had a whole allegation situation. Obviously, Deshaun Watson. I mean, come on, dog. And then, of course, you had even Quinshon Judkins at the beginning of the year also had a case against him, right? And Isaiah Bond had a case against him. And then he got signed a little later, too. So, look, for as much as this might seem like it's doom and gloom for Kevin Stefanski, to give him credit, he has navigated through some things like this. I think he's smart enough to be able to take care of this in the right way. But the James Pierce situation is lingering. Now you have defensive staff leaving, and now you have to fire a defensive staff newly hired 2 weeks, and you're about to start the new league year, and your staff, which was complete, has to be recompleted. Luckily, he was just an assistant coach, right? It's not your defensive coordinator. It's not a big pillar coach, but at the same time, I don't know if anybody wants to deal with that while going into draft season, going into free agent season, and going into hopefully bolster up a roster in which might not have one of his best defensive players a part of it. So y'all let me know how y'all feel down below in the comments. Like this video if you like it, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you like football content. Some nasty business going on with the Atlanta Falcons. I'm hoping, again, I live in Georgia. I really truly hope that positive things happen with the Falcons, because the way the year has started is not a great omen. But y'all be great. See you next time. Peace. All right. KS is no stranger to player drama. One Ohio dog, you made a really good point there. What's it called? Let me hit this. But Cleveland Browns say, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy that stuff like this always pops up right before free agency and the draft. It wouldn't surprise me that more of these allegations pops up in a few more weeks. It never fails. Trizzy, I have a good saying. Like I really say that anything you hear during the draft free agency season, all of it's just lies. Like I really do. Stacy is Stay. You feel that way, Stacey. I ain't gonna say none of that because I hope that nobody is affected. I hope these are lies, not because I want someone to be lied on, but because I hope nobody was taken advantage of this way. I hope nobody was actually talked to like that. It don't seem like that. It seems like it could be that, but I know a lot of people do have, and we talked about that when we talked about Kevin Stefanski getting such a low grade. Like you're gonna have to take ownership in Stefanski's fault, or in Stefanski's case, to be like, hey, what have I done from a communication standpoint, right, to allow people to feel that way about me, right? Like, if that many people feel that way about you, Kevin Stefanski, I think something might have been done. But that's enough Kevin Stefanski. We ready to go into a little bit of combine stuff. Okay, I'm gonna ask y'all. Let's do another poll because I do have to turn my fan on. I got hot in here. So what's next? We already did a reaction. We've already done a video about Mr. Kevin Stefanski. What's next? Is it going to be combine winners? Is it going to be Shedeur versus Ty Simpson. Right. Shedeur versus Ty Simpson. Or is it going to be A.J. Brown is a Brown? Vote real quick. I'm gonna put up my little waiting screen just for a second. I'm going to turn my thing on. Y'all let me know. Go vote. What you need? And I'm hopeful. Yes, I am. Hopeful for today. Take the music and let it take you away. Hey, Makai Lemon, that boy gets busy. I'm gonna have to do. I think I'm gonna do a separate video on Makai Lemon. Makai, them interviews that he was doing. He was mean mugging people, dog. That was crazy, man. I walked away from my phone and missed the Stefanski news. Oh man. Okay, so just to give you in quick, fast forward. One of his new hired 2 weeks ago defensive line assistants or assistant defensive coach, who was a defensive line coach. He is being alleged to have R-worded a young lady. Again, allegations right now, but it's not looking great. It's not looking phenomenal. It's not looking the most positive, right? So, y'all let me know what y'all want for me to do next. Are y'all bullying somebody, man? Oh, man. Don't tell me someone got bullied out of here. Combine winners. We got 10 votes. It's looking like, dang, 10 votes in 1 minute? Y'all really voting for real. Okay. Y'all really voting for real. So, combine winners. Shedeur versus Ty Simpson. In my mock draft, I selected Makai Lemon at pick 6. So, while y'all, I'm going to let y'all vote. I'm gonna stop the voting, in either a few more minutes or if you get to 15 votes. This is what I'll say. Makai Lemon, yeah, he makes George Pickens looks peaceful on draft day. But beside him staring at people the weird way he does, we can do a Makai Lemon video if y'all really want me to do that. Even though I've already done a Makai Lemon video, but not the point. What I like about him, so it's an advantage or disadvantage. So he's gonna be a slot guy, right? He's 5'11". I think he measured like 5'10", really 5'10" and some change, right? He's 5'11". He plays big, but here's my thing. If you're gonna have, let's hypothetically, we all assume Shedeur is gonna be QB1, but let's just say, what if they bring Malik Willis in there? What if they bring another young cover? Who knows? The Browns are so unpredictable. I don't know. The good thing about a slot receiver is that they line up very close to quarterbacks, right? That gives them an advantage with communication, setting different plays and stuff like that. So while you would love to say, hey, we have a true dominant X receiver, when it comes to effectiveness, right, you're going to be willing out a quarterback that's either young, because Shedeur is going to still be young, right? You're either going to be willing out a young quarterback, or in Malik Willis's case, a quarterback who doesn't have that much experience. So having a real beast at the slot position, I think is going to give a lot more advantages than disadvantages. You feel me? So we'll see how it shakes out. I haven't watched any of them play. Who is the more dominant handsy receiver? That's who Shedeur needs as a true number one wide receiver. I'll say probably Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate goes up and get it. Now his measurements, I guess they're bad. He's Carnell Tate was looked at to be like a 6'3" guy. He's more of a 6'2" guy when he measured everything out. But he goes up and gets balls. Pause. Wow. Go, if you have to watch anybody's and you haven't seen his film, Carnell Tate, I think, is the guy. I really do think. All right, so we got combine winners. That's what y'all have voted for. So let's talk about it. I only have 3 quick combine winners. I feel like we could do this forever, but I really feel like these guys stood out big time. One Ohio dog, I gave you the the task to check me if I'm wrong about these 3. But hey, the biggest winners of the combine, I don't just mean people who had a good combine. I'm talking about people who just made themselves millions and millions of more money in the draft. And let's start with the cyborg named as Sonny Styles. Now, technically, it should just be the Styles brothers. Lorenzo Styles, defensive back at Ohio State, he ran a 4.28 40. My goodness. And then Sonny Styles, the converted safety. He was once a safety. He converted to a linebacker at 6'5". Linebacker 1 right now on the big board. Him and Arvell Reese are just, I don't know how people scored points against these motherfuckers. Like, I don't know. It was very scary. 4.46 4-yard dash. That was unofficial. Official time 4.46, not 4.47, right? So 11 broad jump, 43-inch broad. This boy going crazy. It's absurd. Now, everybody assumed that Sonny Styles was going to test really good. I mean, he's a 6'5", Ohio State guy. Looks very fluid on tape. But to see him run the fastest time of linebackers, I think he tied with Arvell Reese, if I'm not mistaken. So he tied the fastest time as a linebacker. He's big, he's fluid, he's scary, he's breaking records, he's jumping out the gym, he might have just skipped Arvell Reese for the best defensive prospect in this draft. Caleb Downs is now like a second thought. I think you could literally put Sonny Styles. He could play Kyle Hamilton's position. He could play a true middle linebacker position. He might be able to play edge for all I care. 6'5", moving and running like that. But these are the origins because, like I said, a converted safety. Let's speak about how this freak of nature became what he is, right?
I mean, Sonny, I remember when Caleb transferred, you switched to linebacker. What was it like switching positions? And, like, I guess, what was that process like?
I thought the transition went well. And it was kind of something I expected to happen. I just didn't know when. I didn't know if it was going to be year 2, year 3, if it was going to be maybe I get to the league and I switch to linebacker. But I think I made the switch at the right time. And I'm definitely glad I did. I'll be letting Caleb know that all the time.
Why you switched from number 6 to 0? What made you want to go sub-0?
Yeah, it's like this tradition here. It's actually after Bill Willis. He's like I believe he's the first African American in the NFL, and he played at Ohio State. So they try to award it to someone because they feel like the 0 should be special because it looks like a block O. So it was a huge honor for sure.
And I that's something that we're completely forgetting, right? Like, and that's the reason why at the base level, Sonny Styles is looked at as such a winner when it comes to drafting him and making him a part of your team, right? Not only can you say all these great things, not only is he a converted safety to linebacker who really in the modern age of the NFL, he's the build, right? He's the build. I think back to players like Anthony Barr, who were 6'4" linebackers who might have not really fit the mold, or even Deanne Buchanan, who played safety. He was kind of a tweener. Isaiah Simmons, who was an edge player that also played safety, that also played linebacker. Like, I think about all these players that I saw growing up. Like, this is the guy. Like, this is the perfect build. Athletic wise, running wise, speed wise, like a real deal superhuman cyborg Viltrumite built in a lab at 6'5", moving the way he moves. And then again, you hear more things about him. Hey, he was awarded the block O, and then you hear even more crazy. Like he is a villain. I think he is a super villain because Sonny Styles' real name is Alex. Sonny is a nickname. Sonny Styles' mom shared this on NFL Network. His temper was so fiery as a child, we nicknamed him Sonny after Sonny from The Godfather. He was named after a mafia member. I know it's a movie mafia member. I get it. I understand. This is the football. He was born to play football, tear people's heads off. I mean, Sonny Styles is the linebacker performer right now. 6'5", 243, and he don't look like he's 6'5". He don't move like he's 6'5". 6'5" ain't supposed to be. He's supposed to be an edge player. He's supposed to be something else. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, Arvell Reese, to be frank. Arvell Reese is a dog, but people look at him as an edge player. This is a guy that should be an edge player that plays amazing in space. Off-ball linebacker that really dominates in any and every aspect possible. I mean, look at him getting bent up. They had him bent up back there, dog. Look at him. Look at him do the way he do it. So, look, I don't think that Sonny Styles was going to go past the top 5, but there are serious conversations when it was, it's just going to be Arvell Reese and, Fernando Mendoza, Arvell Reese. That's just what it was. Maybe Mesidor, maybe Bain, right? Some people have been talking about Caleb Downs, but as it stands right now, this cyborg This man that was made in a get to it, man. Look, he's gonna float. Did you know he could fly? The Styles, but they can legitimately fly. Oh my Lord. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to tell you about that. This is what the 428, by the way, this is just a little extra season on the side. I'm here to talk about Sonny Styles, right? And I do think that he is one of the biggest winners. But if I could, I would just say the Styles brothers. Because if you remember, if I remind you, I know I kind of said a little bit earlier. So Sonny Styles runs the fastest 40 as a linebacker. And then the defensive back's fastest time just so happens to be his brother, Lorenzo Styles. I don't know what y'all's daddy was doing. That boy got golden balls. I'm sorry. I hate to take it there. But you get two superhuman level athletes. Golly, how you do that? How you do that? And we gonna watch just a little bit, just a little bit in the national championship of what Sonny Styles can bring to the table. What can a 6'5" linebacker bring to the table? We're gonna slow it down here. So I want you to see this. He has this offensive lineman that's coming at him. Sonny Styles is just now taking his first steps. He's reading this play. He's gonna feel this lineman here. He's gonna take him on. He's gonna get up off me. Right? This is a hold. He's holding on. It don't matter when you're that big, that strong, that fast. I'm getting through you. He's deep. This is a deep, like he's like at real 5-7 yards off the ball right here, and he's gonna get a little bit of a little counter motion here. So look at the eyes, look at the way he reads it. Look how he reads the influence from these down blocks, and then he sees puller, and the instincts to match right here at the hole. There's something so beautiful. First off, Arvell Reese is doing a great job. He's wrong arming this, right? And he's squeezing this down. He was very wide. He's going to take that shoulder. He's not wrong arm would be the opposite and breaking it through. But instead, he actually keeps everything funneled in. He's going to set a very hard edge. So shout out Arvell Reese right there. And Sonny Styles is right there meeting in the hole. He's going to just compress this. Just take the big boy offensive line and let's just shove him in there. Let's just sit him right in there so he ain't got nowhere to go. I mean, that's real deal linebacker play. He just flies around the football. There's Caleb Downs there. He's gonna see the this looks like inside zone split. So he's gonna see this influence that's gonna take out the last man on the end of the line. He's gonna get caught in some trash. But look at him find work. Look at him get reached. They get to the second level here. They do what they want. They have Sonny Styles in the place that they want him. They have linemen on the second level. This should be good all day, every day. It does help when you have a psychopathic cyborg and Arvell Reese also shutting things down. And you have Damon Heyman on the inside? I forgot, 97. He's a beast on the inside. So you now decide I'm going to go from this A gap on this side to the C gap on the right side. So I'm going to bounce 1, 2, 3, and guess who's right there? Sonny Styles coming to give you a nice warm embrace and a nice big hug. Now, I love a good running back, and I know running backs are a dime a dozen. I know that right now everybody's just focused on Jeremiah Love being the guy. He really seemingly is the only running back that is on the cusp of being a first-round running back seemingly this year. But Mike Washington might have changed that. At 6'1", 213 pounds, he ran the fastest 40-yard time, faster than Jeremiah Love, the fastest 40-yard time this combine. And afterwards, it was so nice. He knew what he did. Like, do you know how nice you gotta be when you know like oh yeah, I really did this one. Like I know I just made some money, so I can't I can't do nothing but cry, man. And I don't mean this. I want to make sure I say this, and I'm gonna speak plainly. I'm gonna speak clear. 4.33 speed for Mike Washington. I'm not joking about this. I'm not here to make a joke about him crying and being emotional. This man just made some money. Do you know who Mike Washington is out of Arkansas? And as a Texas fan, I do, because that boy went crazy against us. That boy was, you know what I mean? So I didn't know at 6'1", 200 plus pounds, he was moving like that. I don't know who allowed Arkansas to get a running back like this, but I know you probably never heard of Mike Washington. So he goes from, increased his stock like nothing. This is what I mean by a winner. in the fact that this is somebody who went from potentially a day 3 guy. Like, hey, you know, you're a big running back out of Arkansas, pretty productive out of SEC. Probably going to be day 2 if you're lucky. This could be a second round, like, real deal player. This is somebody who was looked at as a, okay running back, probably going to get drafted. Fastest running back, and you 6'1", and you 200 and something pounds. We're gonna find something for you. We gonna find something for you. So this emotion that he's showing ain't nothing funny about it. He knows he literally just made millions of dollars. Like, on this one run, millions of more dollars were just put into the pockets of his family, and that boy was moving. He gets really, really busy. He gets after it. So like I said, 6'1", 223. My fault, not 213. Right? Yeah, that's graciousness. That's, hey, I know what I just did. I just changed my family's life even more than I thought I was. Right? 223 pounds, 433. Ugh. I mean, that's real nasty. He was first in running backs and 40-yard dash, second in vertical jump, second in broad jump. I think Jeremiah Love dominated the other ones, right? And Jeremiah Love is also number 2 when it comes to what's it called? 40-yard dash. So first, this really confirms 2 things. One, Jeremiah Love really just showed you at the combine that, like, hey, yeah, I'm that dude. And then on top of that, the reason why that's important is because it makes Mike Washington stand out even more, right? Because does it say projected Madden speed? What happened to the game I love? Anyway, not the point. The projected Madden speed. That the kid's got it good. Anyway, but even on top of that, when you're thinking about someone in Mike Washington who not only competes, but you competed against who everybody is looking at as the running back in this class, and you topped him out on a whoa.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
You know what I mean. You beat him out on seemingly one of the more important things. Now, 40-yard dash isn't everything for a running back. And I guarantee you, Mike Washington is not just 40-yard dash. If I could just show you something. This, again, remember, I'm 4.33 speed. I want y'all to remember that when I say this. Because watch it. Watch him press this angle. Watch him get out here. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I'm a Texas fan. I'm a Texas Longhorn fan. Right? 4.33 speed plus this right here. He took that man's soul. Did you see that? Hold up. Bring it back again. Bring it back again. Did you see this? Out in space, looking strong. 6'1", 223 pounds, 4.33 speed. This is a grown man. This is Michael Taft, our all-world, all-American safety. I think he was second team All-American. But this is one of our biggest and best and baddest. When it comes to biggest and baddest when it comes to, like, the guys who are sure tacklers, open field dudes. This is our guy at safety. Look at him. He's dust now. He's dust. Hey, dribbled it. Look at him. Dribbled him and had him rolling around on the ground. I don't need to show you anything else. There's a whole nother minute of film here that we could go into it, and I can show you this. What else do I need to show you besides 4.33 and that? He was doing a headstand like in. He looked like Chris Brown in stomping the yard. Look at him. He did the stomp the yard. A running back did that to a man. He is 5 yards down the field and he's still rolling around on the ground. So, congratulations, Mike Washington. If they say anything about you crying on the sideline, just do that to him. Because you just made your family a whole lot richer. Congratulations. Now, last one I got is Taylen Green. I need to grab one more thing for Taylen Green because his numbers are coming in as we speak. So I do got to go make sure I have everything for Taylen Green. Taylen Green. Sunday, March. Oh, the combine is tomorrow too. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Is officially the second best time. Okay, boom. Okay, cool. All right, boom. Right back in the video. Now, now this one in particular, Taylen Green, I think he can shake up a lot of different things because he's a quarterback and he is an absolute combine junkie. Now, a lot of people see 6'6", 227 pounds. He moves fluidity. He's out of, also another Arkansas player. I got to defend it. As a Texas fan, I can't believe I'm rooting for so many Arkansas players, but they got it. He gets real busy. He's 6'6". He's hard to take down. He's faster than anybody else on the football field. And I don't think you want any problems when it comes to what he's got going on, right? And let me just show you a few things that he's done because he's just broken a few records. Hold up, my headphones are messed up right now. Oh, that's why. Okay, cool. Sorry, my headphones were just messed up for them. So let's go through a few of the things that Taylen Green just did. I know everybody wants him to be a wide receiver. I would say let's pump the brakes and let's see what would happen if he ran around as a quarterback. Because 43.5 quarterback vert jump, 11 quarterback broad jump, 4.37 unofficial 40-yard dash, absolutely cooking. So he is the second all-time 40-yard dash. He is 6'6". He has the second fastest all-time 40-yard dash. He has the world record for vertical jump, or the NFL record for vertical jump at quarterback, and the NFL record for broad jump. In all quarterbacks, he leads them all. And I don't know if you could tell, but that's Haynes King ran a 4.46. He was faster than Jalen Daniels. That's crazy. I'm sorry, this ain't got nothing to do with Haynes King is faster than Jalen Daniels. I'm surprised. Shout out you, Haynes King. Not the point, but you can see a massive gap, a whole tenth of a second. That's big boy stuff, man. I really real big boy stuff. Taylen Green, look, Taylen Green's a beast now, and for all the people who want quarterbacks, if you really want a project quarterback, this could make some quarterback needy teams kind of start questioning: do I want to get into the 6'6"? Super cyborg business? I mean, how would you not want to do that? How would you not want to be a part of that 4.37 speed at 6'6"? Now he is a little inconsistent, but he does have a big arm. He can sling that thing, dog, right? So you're gonna have to really develop him. He is not known for his accuracy. He's not known for throwing. He's not known for his touch. But and I hope they don't make him a wide receiver. Even if he has to be a wide receiver, that 4.36, that's a good wide receiver number. Like that's a good number, period. Forget being 6'6". Forget, all these other things. This is a real big bad dog. This is crazy. I think Taylen Green is going to do massive things in the NFL, no matter what, because he's a massive human. Sonny Styles is only an inch shorter than him, and he's going to play any position he wants at on the defense. And congratulations to Mike Washington. In a world where the NFL seemingly doesn't value running backs as much, I think he's got the tape and the measurables to really do some big stuff. These are 3 players in the combine I think just made massive amounts of money for their family. Y'all let me know how y'all feel down below in the comment section. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. Like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't. Subscribe if you like football content of all shapes, size, forms, and fashion. We'll see you next time. Peace. What do you think of Cole Payton? You got me. I don't know who Cole Payton is. Who is Cole Payton? Trizzy, you got me. Oh, you're talking about the North Dakota quarterback. Okay, I know him. I just didn't know his name. Did he not run? I like North Dakota players. Obviously, Trey Lance did what he did. Did they not run the 40? You talking about the North Dakota guy. Cole Payton. Let's see if there's anything here. I've heard some good things about Cole Payton, though. Oh, and I didn't know he was left. I didn't know he was a lefty. Now that's interesting. I'm gonna look into Cole Payton. I'll get y'all a real video about it. Okay, so question. I think TG is a developmental bridge quarterback that would do well in the right system. Oh, no, for sure. And you know, to be honest with you, that's what a lot of these guys are. Like, I think we fall in love with the idea that, like, these players are just, you know, these perfect prospects and they're going to do this and do that. When, like, in reality, you have to have a good scenario, right? I think it's so funny when people, they make fun of people for having, you know, oh, you have great players around you or you have a great coach and all this other stuff. And it's just like, are people supposed to feel bad about that? Like, I don't know why you would feel bad about that. But anyway, probably gonna close out with one more video today. The question is, which video is next? We obviously have the combine video already ready. We already did that. The next we have Shedeur versus Ty Simpson, right? And then we have AJ Brown is a Brown / you know, AJ Brown stuff. So y'all vote this out. I give y'all a sneak peek here. And you know, while y'all do that, I'm gonna upload this video. That's what I'm finna do. That's what I'm finna do. Don't stop the party. How's everybody feeling today? Everybody doing all right? Y'all doing good? Whole 70 people in here. I know I had like 100 in here at one point. I do want to say I thank you. It's the middle of the day on a Saturday. Combine's going on and y'all are locked in with me live. Y'all gonna act up and make me want to go live some more, man. We gonna make it happen. Y'all gonna make me act up, man. Oh, am I not? Oh my god, I'm not signing in that account. Oh jeez, I gotta do something that I didn't want to do. But y'all vote in the poll what y'all want to see next. Tell me how you feeling too. What y'all doing today on Saturday? Today I'm gonna let y'all know I had a busy last 2 weeks. I was at a wedding last weekend. I was entertaining some family this Friday. Obviously, I know I got a little dude, so I'm running around with him and stuff. He's been tiring me out. Even he's sleepy. He been taking us, and we gonna have a chill weekend. That's what, as a family, that's all we gonna do. REX. Oh. What in the world? Let's go. REX. Boom. I don't know why I took 18 times. All right. Pretty chill day. Like to hear that. Trizzy's feeling good. Nice. Cole Payton was listed as DNP for the 40-yard. Yeah, he's not. There's not a lot of quarterbacks doing the 40-yard dash. There's not a lot of people set out in general for the 40-yard dash, which I thought was interesting because the 40-yard dash used to be like the one. Like if you're gonna skip everything else, you just do the 40-yard dash. That's kind of like how it used to be. But hey, times have changed. Times have indeed changed. What was the first video I did? I did the Kevin Stefanski video. Dang, we be cooking. We be so efficient in these streams, dog. Hey, it's crazy. Shedeur better than Anthony Richardson. That's not a bad argument. I know Andy Richardson run faster, but that's it. Nisa chilling, love that. Right now, I'm watching college basketball. Okay, I might have to get into some college basketball, man. I don't know. This seems like a season where I've always talked about it. I got to ease my way into basketball. Like I really only watch NBA during the playoffs, so. But you know, F1 is starting. I got my F1 channel. I'm about to get cooked up too. I'm not gonna go heavy over there, but I do want to get some videos out on the F1 channel. Get some things cooked up. See how we can get things rolling and moving. But college basketball, I think that could be a nice little. We gotta find something to watch whenever the football goes away, man. It gets tough. Just chilling. Falcons need to train for a #1 pick. If you meant trade, it's going to take a lot to get #1 pick. One Ohio Dog says day is good despite dealing with lower back and nerve pain. Hate to hear that, man. I used to have bad lower back problems when I was working out back in my day. Speaking of working out, I need to get my tubby ass back in the gym. That's what I need. It's a tight little tight little vote here, but it's looking like Shedeur versus Ty Simpson is going to be the final video for us today. But reading some more comments, to be honest, I don't invest much stock into 40 speed. I prefer game speed. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that. Hey, One Ohio Dog says, don't forget to hit the like button. I really appreciate when y'all do that, man. I never asked y'all to do that, but it means it does mean a lot to when y'all say that. Great day door dashing in the nice weather, rocking the stream. Hey, man, I'm not mad. Can I tell y'all something while y'all finish voting? Dog, I used to DoorDash was the only thing keeping me afloat some days, man. So I wish you and hope everything is smooth. I hope your car, everything's smooth, and I hope you get them really good tips too. I hope you nothing but $10 and up orders, because I hate when I was DoorDash. You get one of them $6 orders. Oh, dog, get one of them $4 orders. Oh no. But hey, man, please stay safe out there. Please be safe out there. Bridget says she enjoyed the sun earlier while running errands, chilling for a minute. Hey, I like that. I like everybody's just chilling. Water polo. Marky, are you doing water polo? Well, he not chilling, but I'm happy. It feels like a very chill day, man. I'm hoping everybody has a nice and chill day. Nice and chill day. Now, Ty Simpson is gonna throw at the combine. I was thinking about waiting until he threw at the combine, but I don't think it's that big of a dealio. I don't think it's that big of a dealio. All right. Now, it looks like the Ty Simpson versus Shedeur has won. We're going to end that poll. All right. And then this is just going to be a poll. What's it called? I'm just asking y'all something. So, second chance. Oh, how about this? Well, I want to ask y'all. Okay. This is what I was doing. Just you more. Never mind. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. How about this? How about this? Okay. Boom. All right. I'm gonna put that poll there, and we're gonna get into this final video of the stream. The Browns have the worst wide receivers in the league. They are pretty bad. Do you think that the NFL would install the same changes that the UFL is doing with the field goals and extra point conversions? I could see it. I don't know about because they do the thing where you can declare certain points and start from there and the whole fourth and one. They have a lot of major rule changes, and I say that now, but the kickoff wasn't that the UFL or AF, there was something that inspired that too. So I would love to say they would never do that, but in all seriousness, the way that things are moving, specifically in special teams, I think they would take some rules. Maybe not rules that had to do with any actual play, because you look at something like arena football or even Canadian football, and they've had weird motions and forward motions and stuff like that, and you would think that in the NFL, where motion has been such a big deal, that maybe we would start creeping into different types of stuff, but we haven't done that. So my answer would be anything that's special teams related and kicking related, yes, but anything that's regular football related, I would say no. That's how I would put it. You were spot on with the combine winners. Oh, appreciate you, One Ohio Dog. Appreciate you. That tight end wasn't Travis Kelce or Kyle Pitts. They tight end wasn't Travis Kelce or okay. You talk. Oh, hey. We don't play about Harold Fanning around here though. That's what I will say. We ain't no Harold Fanning slander around here. We praise His Highness Harold Fanning around these parts. But let's get into it. Let's finish it out. I want y'all to vote. Do y'all want more live streams? I really appreciate y'all. All 76 of y'all in here. It might not be the same vibe as the game day. Them game day streams those were fire, man. They had 300 to 700 people in here. It might not be the same numbers, but we still here doing it. And I want to make sure y'all know I really appreciate it. If it's just 12 of y'all, if it's just 2 of y'all, and if it's just 70 of y'all, it really means a lot. So we're gonna finish it up. Hey, Leanne, talk to him, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, hey, Intel, the DoorDash life, I like I said, you know what I mean? I used to think when I was younger in high school, DoorDash could be so easy. I could get a little extra dollars or whatever. If you really got a DoorDash, it can get treacherous now. Oh yeah, undoubtedly. We need more talent is better. I'm working on a video. I want to do an Isaiah Likely, basically a Harold Fanning tag team video. That's what I'm gonna do. So you be on look at that. We appreciate you. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really do, and I appreciate all y'all grinding today. I hope your day could be chill at some point. Please take a weekend and just hug your people. Have a smile, have a nice drink. You know what I mean? Ain't even gotta be an adult beverage. Just drink on something. You know what I mean? You know me, I get busy with them seltzer waters. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. With the constant conversations of Shador Sanders, can he be QB1? Can he be the guy? XYZ, him versus Deshaun Watson, him versus Malik Willis. I think something we're missing is the fact that it could potentially be Shador Sanders versus a drafted quarterback. Now, I know a lot of us at Shador Sanders FC, we don't want that to happen, and it's going to cause a lot of extra strife in a developmental player than Shador, who we know would love for him to have all the reps he needs, all the time he needs, and for him to really truly have an offseason, because if he has a full offseason, it does tend to get a little dangerous. But Ty Simpson seems to be the most linked quarterback to the Browns as it stands. Obviously, Todd Monken was a former SEC offensive coordinator that has recruited probably a lot of these young quarterbacks that are now coming in, or at least spoken to and or played against. So he's going to speak about Ty Simpson, the relationship with Ty Simpson. We're going to hear from Ty Simpson as well. And then we have somebody in the Browns media who apparently, even with the smoke and mirrors of Ty Simpson, he's saying that Shador Sanders is going to be QB1 this year, no matter what. So let's start with our guy, Todd Monken, when he was coming out, in the baby blue.
When I first got to Georgia, they hadn't offered him, and I went up there and talked to his dad. In fact, his dad, Jason, is a Southern Miss alum, and I was head coach at Southern Miss. So got to know them really well. Really fond of Ty. Obviously, really good football player. Fired up for him, because in today's day and age, for him to stay as long as he did at Alabama and then get a chance to be the starting quarterback is pretty cool. And that is really cool for him to live out his dream at the school he chose, whatever, was 3 or 4 years ago. I've lost track how many years it's been. Was it been 3 years? Ty? Yeah. 3 years, so. That's it.
Hey, there you go. So he was asked about Ty Simpson, and apparently there's a deeper relationship there because there is a bit of familiarity with, Ty Simpson's dad. Obviously, he had recruited Ty Simpson as well, and then him being a former Southern Miss head coach. I think that's an interesting tie. Then you take that next step and hear about, well, what was Ty Simpson saying? What has he had to say, right?
Franchise quarterback. Like I said earlier, like the Alabama is, prepared you most for the NFL. With the infrastructure that they had and, the guidance from Coach Saban, Coach DeBoer, Coach Grubb, all the coordinators that I had before, I run an NFL-type system. It's definitely prepared me for, saying those long play calls, saying those checks, making sure that, I get us in the right protection. And also as well, right, everybody talks about my stars, but I played in, other games besides that, and I played against, really good NFL players. I think about my freshman year, right, learning from the #1 overall pick and Heisman Trophy winner, going on defense, going on scout team. I got Will Anderson, Dallas Turner, Henry To'oTo'o. I got Kool-Aid on one side. I got Terry on the other side. There's a number of, first and second round draft picks that, I went against and who I was in the locker room with. So, like I said, the Alabama locker room was as close as a locker room in the NFL as you can get.
You talked about playing or.
So, hey, apparently Ty Simpson is ready and he's a franchise. I like Ty Simpson. I don't like the make and model of Ty Simpson, and we're going to get into why I'm a little bit hesitant on any team picking him out, because I hope he does good. I like, first off, the fact that, again, in the modern age of the transfer portal, he stuck it out, right? Bryce Young, Jalen Milroe, right? And he finally got his start. Now, he was a former 5-star, if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong. Stayed it out, stuck it out. And the things that you saw early on in the season were some high-level football. It was some great touch, NFL-level plays, right? And it's hard whenever Ryan Williams, completely just loses himself when it comes to, being an elite guy. He seems like he didn't really have that same spark there that he could have had, right? So I want to give Ty Simpson the most benefit of the doubt, but you do have an SEC offensive line. You did have Caden Proctor, who might play guard, but still is looked at as a top-tier offensive lineman right now, right? And the fact that seemingly at the end part of the season you evaporated, seemingly with only 1 year of starts, it's starting to smell a little Anthony Richardson. Even though the crazy part is I do think Ty Simpson has started more games than Anthony Richardson started before being the number 4 overall pick. So it would be rough for me, in my understanding, to trust somebody in Ty Simpson who doesn't really have any sort of true experience when it comes to, standing for a long time, really controlling a team for multiple years, being that guy and being that alpha. As much as Ty Simpson is polished seemingly when it comes to his arm talent and his ability, and I've even liked some of the accuracy as well, it feels like the other half of it, the intangibles, haven't really been tested and tried in the way that the NFL is going to test and try you in massive ways. But here are there are Bleacher Reports reporters revealing what he's hearing about the Browns quarterback plan. So we heard what Zach Jackson had to say, right? And this is what apparently James Palmer has to say. He says his understanding is, yes, they're looking at both Malik Willis and Ty Simpson, but they're also looking at many others. The plan was never, I'm told, to go into 2026 with Shador Sanders as the quarterback, and then you look at using Shador Sanders throughout all of 2026 as your starting quarterback with nobody else in the room or having no other looks at other quarterbacks. Doesn't mean that Shador Sanders won't be the starter from week 1. I'm not ruling that out. I'm not saying they're moving on from Shador. I'm just saying they feel like they need a quarterback. They'd like to add a quarterback. We'll see if they do it, and we'll see what avenue they go. So there's been a lot of smoke and mirrors about what can and what can't be. And then when you have people like Dan Orslowski, right, the mid protector, he apparently is proclaiming that Ty Simpson is a better quarterback than Fernando Mendoza. Well, in a specific time frame. Let's hear it. Let's
Theo tweeted out.
Let's hear it.
Studying the first 5 games of Mendoza's tape, and it's not what I expected so far.
Yeah.
Explain.
Yeah, so I'm through 8 games now, and through 8 games, you see good, but there's a lot of underwhelming. I think there's a lot when you watch Mendoza's tape through 8 games, not all the way through, and I understand that his season finishes strong, but there's not a ton of big-time throws. There's a lot of clean pockets. There's a ton of RPOs and back shoulder fades, a ton of them, RPOs and back shoulder fades. And then there's moments where you see okay, that first read's not there. He's spooked with his feet, and he becomes a runner unnecessarily. If you take away the RPOs and then those back shoulder fades, there's just not a ton of balls over the middle of the field. Very good decisions. I think that's his superpower is he avoids negative plays. But you're looking at a guy that's saying first pick, and I think through 8 games, Ty Simpson's tape from Alabama through the first 8 games of the season, I think is significantly more impressive than Fernando Mendoza's.
Okay, really quick.
Okay, and look, man, I know Dan Orlovsky. What's so funny about Dan Orlovsky, as I like to call him, we make fun of Acho all the time because he says bad takes, and he says his takes bad. That's the point of his takes. The point of his takes are to be bad and to rage bait. We get that with Acho. Dan really believes what he says. Like, he really believes that the now consensus number 1 overall pick apparently has played less a high-level football comparative in the first 8 games to Ty Simpson, a young man who I do think is going to have a nice, bright future in the NFL, but a young man who, again, has barely started a full season of college football, who has been, if we want to say it lightly, he couldn't beat out Jalen Milroe, and Jalen Milroe is a backup right now in the NFL. He's a project quarterback, and I hope Jalen Milroe, has great things too. A Houston product, shout out to him. But I have to worry and wonder when those types of conclusions are being made about a quarterback with the level of experience Ty Simpson have. Now, I don't want to take anything away from him because I do think, like I said, he's fun to watch. In those first 8 games, it was pretty fun to watch. That boy gets real busy. I think that what happens, with some quarterbacks, we don't give them enough around them, and we just throw them to the wolves. With other quarterbacks, it feels like they don't even get a chance. And then with some quarterbacks, it feels like the keys are handed to them so quickly that it's almost going to be detrimental for them, right? So I'm not someone here saying that, oh, Ty Simpson's not being good. I'm someone here that says, I think Ty Simpson can be a baller, but let's not Andrew Luck him. Let's not, and let's certainly not Anthony Richardson him. Let's not think that this kid, which at the time is a kid who hasn't started those massive amounts of games, let's not assume that his experience is something that's going to be able to guide us. Let's do our job as coaches, right? And I know this is crazy. Let's try to develop a player. Now, speaking of developing a player, I think that the thing that would save the Browns so much heartache, if you're thinking about the future and building a team, the best answer is Shador Sanders. I know some people don't want to hear that. I know you think just because I'm a Shedeur fan I'm saying that, and I am a Shedeur fan, but I'm saying that because it makes the most football sense. He's on a cheap contract. It's a rookie contract. You got him locked in for a few years. You're about to get one of the historically worst contracts off your books as the NFL salary cap continues to expand. If everything goes just decent, let's just say Shador Sanders is good enough. He wins 8 games and he does what he needs to do to be able to be a reasonable starter. Then at the end of, going into 2027, you can say, hey, do you want to keep building with Shedeur? Do you want to go get Arch Manning? Do you want to get these big dogs? And if he's that bad, well, you're going to be in a great spot to get Arch Manning. It just makes the most sense. Why try to give Malik Willis this 4-year, 5-year deal and be locked in with a free agent quarterback and try to win now with a roster on the offensive side of the ball, which probably is not, if we're being honest, it's not going to be done being put together in one offseason. Do you have an entire unit at the offensive line that you need to figure out? You have one of the worst statistical units returning at wide receiver position. Your wide receiver 1 is a wide receiver 3 on a lot of other NFL teams. So to me, it makes the most sense to hope that a person in Shador Sanders that, the Browns fans hate Deshaun Watson. They don't hate Shador. The locker room seems to like Shador as well. I'm not sure how they feel about Deshaun Watson. It just seems like the least friction. Right now, Shador has to rise to the occasion, do that, and beat it out. But the perfect scenario has to be Shador Sanders being the guy, and it seems like other people in the Browns media seem to agree that same thing.
I think it's all smoke and mirrors. I think Shador Sanders is going to be the quarterback for 2026. To me, it just doesn't make any other sense to do anything outside of that because of the simple fact that, one, Todd likes him. Two, if you're telling me you're going to get Malik Willis, to me, I just don't understand the big difference between the two. Both guys were projected to be first-round picks. Both guys fell in the draft. Both guys came in and struggled their first year. Malik Willis' first couple of years until he got with Matt LaFleur in Green Bay. And now you're going to trust the guy that's only played 6 games. Like, to me, you might as well. You got that here. you got that potentially here. So to me, I just don't understand why that one just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I get, talking to Zach Jackson, I understand what he's saying about, they should at least have a seat because there's not going to be many suitors for Malik Willis, and you can actually have a realistic chance of trying to get a Malik Willis. But to me, if you think he's truly an upgrade and you think he's the answer to your quarterback thing and you think that Matt LaFleur has done a wonderful job developing him, absolutely, go after him. Do that. But to me, I feel like that's rolling the dice because you don't know. You don't know how he's going to be in Todd Monken's offense. I just think that you pretty much got the same thing here with Shador Sanders right now, to me. And if Shador does good, you got a guy that you can build around. If he does bad, then you'll probably end up somewhere top 5 in the draft, and you'll be able to get a guy next year. So to me, I just think Shador Sanders would be the answer to this season.
So, again, shout out to Tyvis. He's been, throughout the whole year, he's been pretty reasonable when it comes to just, viewing Shador and the situation. But like I said, it's really, I'm happy he says it because I always say that, look, everything you hear about the combine and about everything and about NFL during these years, during this time, it's all lies, right? And by the way, the Cleveland Browns have had informal interviews with Carson Beck and Drew Aller, right? So Drew Aller, Carson Beck, Ty Simpson apparently has an interesting relationship with with Ty Simpson's father, and they have a good relationship with Todd Monken too. So there's some things there. And again, I don't want to take anything away from Ty Simpson. I do, before we wrap, everything up. I don't want this to be all Ty Simpson's bad. I think Ty Simpson is going to have a really bright future. I think that also him leaving for the league and not staying another year to get that big NIL bag that he could have got, I think that's major too, right? So he's going to weigh in at 6'2", 6'2", 208. See me be number 2 quarterback, 102 QB rating. He had 3,000 yards last season, 64 completion, 28 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. That's not bad. So there were some good, interesting things. He's been compared to Cam Ward. I see the Cam Ward when he extend plays, because Ty Simpson does have an ability, I think, kind of underrated when people look at him. I think they see him as fast and shifty, but that fast and shiftiness results into a lot of different ways to be able to stretch the field that I think other quarterbacks can't do. So I will give him that. Zach Wilson, I think, is a really good. Zach Wilson and Bo Nix is a really good competitive comp. I think a more polished Zach Wilson and a Bo Nix that probably is more effective going sideline to sideline. He has a little bit more jig to him. So I'm really wishing the best for Ty Simpson. I just don't think that Ty Simpson, who in my mind I think is the second best quarterback in the draft, and that's not saying a lot about this draft. I think in my mind, for what reason, and this is how I'm gonna wrap this whole up, right? It would be different if we're talking about, Lamar Jackson's up for, or Patrick Mahomes, or even a Jordan Love, or hell, a Bryce Young. Like if there were any quarterbacks that undoubtedly have had, potentially you could say have higher accolades than Shedeur from a collegiate way, whether it be experience and or accolades, right? And then also done more things in the NFL, then I think it would be an easier conversation to have. But if the conversation we're having is about Malik Willis, who, and I hope he balls out too. I hope he has a great, year, and I hope wherever he goes, he gets the bag and he's set up in a good spot. If we're talking about Malik Willis being this major upgrade, I'm scratching my head. If we're talking about Ty Simpson, who by definition you're going to have to develop him, I'm scratching my head. If we're talking about somebody in Carson Beck and Drew Aller, you're talking about two people who have had injury related issues, who've had consistency issues, who've had both of them have turning the ball over issues in Carson Beck and Drew Aller. So that's another quarterback you have to develop. How much bandwidth does this new regime have? How much do they truly have? Do they have enough time to potentially develop another quarterback and or get acclimated to a Malik Willis, in which the offense might have to, maybe not for Tom Munkin as much, but the offense and the way things roll are going to have to fundamentally change. He is a more running guy. You do want to have your offense built the way that he wants to get it done, but then that changes your whole philosophy for running backs, wide receivers. I feel like going with Malik Willis, for somebody who doesn't or isn't worried about future, who's just worried about week 1 in the NFL, it makes sense. But if you're worried about the longevity of this team, well, what does that mean for every other position if you go with Malik Willis? What does that mean for extra cap space? What does that mean for getting a big dog free agent that you can add to some more flavors? Like, I feel like it's very nearsighted. I think that's the best way to say it. It's very nearsighted to think that adding another quarterback into this room of a bunch of other quarterbacks, as well as one of the worst contracts in NFL history, I don't know how that fixes your quarterback problem. How about develop? How about make do? How about make the best of what you got and put your players in a really good position so you don't have to have Superman at quarterback? Why do we need a mythical quarterback if our wide receiver core is better? If the offensive line is blocking, if the running backs are averaging more than 2 yards before contact, if those things, how about let's check those boxes? Because if you check those boxes, I think you can win a lot more football games. But y'all let me know how y'all feel down below. Should the Browns get Ty Simpson, or should they commit to Shedeur? Y'all know how I feel. I think for a team in the Browns that have been nothing but terrible, the legacy is awfulness, and your team name is the color of shit. I really hope that you take the smart way out of this, but hey, the Browns are going to be the Browns. You know what I mean? You feel me? You feel me? Do you feel me? Tings, you're coming from a pro football perspective. These crazies are just anti-Shedeur. I mean, that could be true. That could be true. Malik, what you talking about ain't going to win. Interesting. Trdae says it's crazy how Malik Willis' price tag has jumped. I guess people got amnesia what he was in Tennessee. And I think that's so interesting, and because I'm about to wrap up the stream. That's the last video, but I do want to have that conversation. The way that, and I think I said this in the last stream, Trdae, or either the last stream or another video. the way that the Malik Willis conversation, it went from, oh, he could be another one of those Sam Darnold type of, give him a chance deal, and then he doesn't. It went from that to, oh no, he's gonna make $40 million a year. Like what? Like Sam Darnold just won a Super Bowl. He was a higher drafted, more well-renowned player. He had to get three prove-it deal. Well, 2 prove-it deals technically. He went to the Panthers, then he went to the 49ers, then he went to Minnesota on a prove-it deal, like a prove-it deal, and then he got to the Seahawks. And he's not making $8 quadrillion. He's not making Patty Mahomes money. He's making, an extra quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not breaking doors down with his contract. So the fact that Malik Willis, off of effectively, if we're what have you done for me lately? Effectively, a decent playoff run where he did great things and he was crafty with his legs and he seemed to make some good decisions. It's such a small sample size to be like, oh yeah, that's going to be middle of the market, top of the market quarterback money. And again, I forgot who was talking about. Somebody in the Browns media was having the conversation. I think it was 92.3 The Fan. The idea that this is not going to be not a prove it deal. And we're talking about 4-year minimum, 4 to 5 years. Dog, you're committing you have to be in two thought process. Either you legitimately think your team is about to be so good that you don't have a chance for Arch Manning or the elite quarterbacks next year, because I feel like that would make more sense for longevity. You should either want your quarterback in this room, not pay anything, and hope the quarterback in your room is great, or that you can go get a cheap generational quarterback. Who knows if Arch is actually going to be generational, XYZ. It just seems to make so much more sense to do that from an asset management standpoints. But who knows? But yeah, that's all we got. I didn't want to make this stream too long. Very fun stream. 1,000 y'all came through. About 78 chilling right now. Leanne was here. I think they were having conversation, but that doesn't mean they aren't going forward with Sanders. And Leanne, I think you said it perfectly. I think you said it perfectly, just like Tyvis said it too. I think a NFL team is not doing themselves justice if they aren't trying to seem like they're open for every position, right? Because if you give anybody a chance to say that, oh well, we just want this player, well then that's basically ammo, right? What can they do to leverage that player, leverage that position? So maybe that is just a bunch of smoke and mirrors, and Shedeur becomes the guy. I'm hoping that, and I'm really thinking it makes the most sense. But it's gonna either be Shedeur or Deshaun. They don't have the cap space to be looking for unless they make major moves, and that really comes down to the cap space. Things you see where Munkin said about why he wore the fit he did. I saw like a little video about that. I didn't watch the full thing. I think Tom Munkin's funny, dog. Tom Munkin's funny. Cleveland media lusts after the shiny new quarterback every season. And then there's that too. They do be talking about, the Browns have been talking about a new quarterback since they got a new quarterback the last time they got a new quarterback. You feel me? So, but yeah, let me wrap this up. I gotta go run around. I gotta go in the store. I got a little dude who's yelling in the other room. Go help him out. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me on this beautiful Saturday. Intel plays. Leanne, who else is in here? Cuffleton the Falconer. Thank you. Are you a Falcons fan? I feel bad if you are. Marking 012. Leanne, always. Bridget. I appreciate everybody for rocking with me. Why is it doing this right now? Rock with me. I'm gonna finish this up. I'm gonna have some videos obviously coming out today. What's it called? Kevin Stefanski videos coming out probably right after this. Then after that, probably have Combine video coming out tomorrow. Might drop the Shedeur Simpson video sometimes tonight. Trizzy, thank you so much. Hey, I said it in the last year. I was like, where Trizzy at? I was like, I miss my Carolina guy. You feel me? Miami. Oh, Miami. Oh, I feel even worse. You're a Dolphins fan. Oh no. Hey, Dolphins might get Malik Willis. But yeah, everybody, appreciate y'all so much. Carlton. Oh, that's actual name. It's like your last name is okay. Absolutely. Bridget, thank you so much. Please, everybody have a peaceful rest of your day. If you out doing what you do, please be safe. It is a Saturday. I will see y'all soon. More streams. Apparently, I want more streams. We'll cook those up. I'm gonna have some games and stuff. Next stream is gonna be themed. We're gonna do some mock draft. Y'all down for that? Y'all let me know down below. I really appreciate it.